In this video, we will show you what needs to be prepared before you deploy SMA on AWS with EKS. Please note that this video only contains brief steps. More configurations may be needed depending on your own environment. Before you start, make sure you have a valid Docker Hub account in order to download our product images. You also need to download the cloud deployment package from Micro Focus Marketplace. This package contains all the CloudFormation templates and scripts required for the suite installation. SMA provisions the EKS cluster and other infrastructure by using CloudFormation. You need to prepare your user account with the right permissions to launch CloudFormation templates and provision resources on AWS. In this step, we'll create a user policy using a preset JSON file and then attach this policy to your user account. Copy and paste the script from the online help. Name the policy. Browse to the user list and click your user account. Attach the policy you just created to the user account. If you don't have the required permissions to attach user policy, contact your AWS admin. Then, create a key pair for data encryption and decryption. The next step will be the VPC preparation. You can choose one of the three options provided in the SMA Help Center based on your IT policy. This video uses an example where a new VPC is created for the suite installation. Use the preset template to create a VPC. Name the stack. Name the EKS cluster. You will need this EKS cluster name when building the EKS cluster and launch worker nodes later. Select 3 availability zones from the drop-down list. Note that each availability zone must be different. Define a CIDR block for each public subnet, private subnet, and database subnet. Wait until the stack creation finishes and you can check the results on the Outputs tab. To use Amazon EKS to install and manage the suite on AWS, you'll need to create an EKS cluster and then launch the EKS cluster worker nodes. Use the preset template to create the EKS cluster. Name the stack. You must use the same EKS cluster name when creating the VPC. Otherwise, the installation of the suite will not succeed. Create a stack. Wait until the stack creation finishes and you can check the results on Outputs tab. You will need the no instance role value in the next step. Now we can launch the EKS cluster worker nodes. Use the preset template to create the worker nodes. Name the stack, enter the VPC ID, EKS cluster, EKS security group, etc. You must use the same EKS cluster name when creating VPC and EKS cluster. Otherwise, the installation of the suite will not succeed. Use the no instance role value collected when creating the EKS cluster. Create a stack. Wait until the stack creation finishes. The Bastion node communicates with the Kubernetes cluster and we use it for deploying the SMA suite and troubleshooting. Use the preset template to create the Bastion node. Name the Bastion node, enter the VPC ID, subnets, security group, etc. After the Bastion node is created, log into the Bastion node. Run the commands from SMA Help Center to configure the Bastion node. When running AWS configure, it will be prompted for AWS CLI configuration values. If you do not have access to security credentials, contact your AWS admin.